Normally I'd be much louder, but my family's sleeping right now, so I can't really, I can't do that. It's morning, and I've recently been thinking about war. Now, I don't know why in particular. I think I just watched too many movies on it, to be honest, but it's it's the kind of subject to which you start to think of philosophy, things that are beyond our physical plane and more mental, things that we think about, and morality, things like that. And I thought, there's no world without war. And if you really think about it deeper, war is everywhere. War is everything. Everything had to fight to get somewhere. Every tree, every little plant, every bug, beast, everything had to survive. But to do that, they had to kill. That's war. War isn't about winning. Nobody actually wins. They both lose quite a lot. It's about who won or who lost the least. It's about who defeated the enemy. So I guess in a sense you do win by accordance with who's the bully and who's the predator and who's the prey, who's the victor and who's the victim. And I think war is necessary. It's a necessary thing that is very difficult or impossible even to avoid. It's pain. Pain is inevitable. It can't be prevented. It cannot be stopped. It is what it is, which is literally inevitable. You cannot prevent war. You cannot prevent pain. Sure, you can prolong it, but what good does that do you? You have to fight. And this channel is usually about artistic endeavors and things like that, like being more creative and optimizing that creativity through schedules, through certain habitual changes, things like that. But I don't know, I've been thinking about war, and honestly, I think as an artist, to even succeed, as anything even, you have to fight and you have to be willing to kill. And you have to be willing to destroy the competition, stop all future battles and end all future wars with that person by literally destroying them and taking the entirety of what they have. I think that this is a natural way of things. Now, do I believe that the winners should just there should only be the winners left to live and that there should be nothing left? Well, I think that the only reason that would make sense is that the losers became winners, not that we killed them out. But I think that's just how it's naturally going to go down. I think we're just going to naturally win. Now, that's not to say again I wouldn't give to the poor because that's biblical. That's religious. I have to give to the poor, but I also have compassion for it to a sense. I don't particularly feel bad for them because they didn't put that much work in. But for like women and children who are just poor, I'll donate. But if there's like a whole ass man in the house and they're just poor as fuck, that's his fault. That's his prerogative. So the necessity of war. I think that war, we already discussed this, is very necessary for any working society, as art is, because that means that your society won, and it was the one that was willing to fight for what it believed in and fight for itself and its own prosperity. I believe that to the furthest extent possible is, in essence, what I'm talking about. War You see, because there's no light without dark. There's no hate without love. And there's no love without war. There's no chivalry without hatred. I don't know. Well, I do know. there's not, there's no good without bad. I think that the fact that war exists proves that love exists. The fact that war exists proves there's always something to fight for, and that somebody is always fighting for something. When you fight to live so vigorously, you begin to question, why am I doing it? What am I living for? What am I trying to live so passionately for? Or is it just because I fear death? And you start to go around these things and you start to feel pretty cool because you're like, oh, I'm so philosophical. And then you also start to actually think on it. You also start to actually wonder why. And that's the perfect part of it. Once you start to think, why do I live? Why do I move forward in these particular circumstances throughout my life? Why do I move forward? Why do I keep going? Why do I enter war every day? It's for the future. It's for you. You just don't know what exactly it is. It could be for art. It could be for your guitar. It could be to retire the entirety of your family. All at the same time. It could be anything. You have to figure that out. You have to find a reason to live. That's what I think war goes to. It's you fighting for your life. And on a larger scale, you can fight for your own country. Fight for whatever. That's what war is. It's for what you believe in. It's for your entire life. That's what it is. And the contemplation of the morality of war is futile because it's only proof that there's good. The fact that there's bad, the fact that there's death, hatred, destruction, riots, protests everywhere, the fact that there's literally so much chaos in the entire world, there is order. There is a place to go. And this is not like a advertisement. There is a place to go when there's chaos. There's a place to go when there's hate, hatred everywhere. Anger. There's places to be. That's the contemplation of war. Also, I hope I've explained the necessity of war. Because if there's no war, there's no love. And if there's no love, there's no war. Because nobody's just going to fit to their world, to the other person's world. Nobody's just going to go, oh, yeah, no, yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, communism, let's go. No, nobody's doing that. It's battling for that love, for whatever you love. That's what I think war is. It's fighting for it. Goodbye. Next video.